Welcome to Right Mindset. Today, we are breaking down the art of becoming dangerously confident. We aren't talking about the loud, boisterous bravado you see on social media. We are talking about the kind of confidence that sits quietly in the back of the room, completely unbothered by the chaos around it. This is the art of reacting to nothing. Most people live as reactors. Their happiness is a reflection of their environment. If someone is rude, they get angry. If someone is dismissive, they feel small. They are tennis balls being hit back and forth by the opinions of others. You are here because you are tired of that cycle. You want to stop the emotional exhaustion. This guide is your roadmap to becoming a force of nature, someone who is not moved by external noise, but anchored in deep, unshakable self-respect. To be dangerously confident means you have become a sovereign entity. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. When you decide that nothing, and I mean nothing, will disturb your inner peace, you suddenly possess a power that most people will never understand. Let's begin.
Why does silence feel like a weapon? Because it is. When you react to a provocation, whether it's a direct insult, a passive-aggressive comment, or a sudden crisis, you are handing over your power. You are effectively saying, I am not in control of myself. You are. The drill of the stoic pause. When you feel the urge to lash out, defend yourself, or explain your actions, do nothing. Literally. In the heat of the moment, force yourself to count to 5. During those 5 seconds, observe your internal state. Feel the heat of the anger or the sting of the shame, but refuse to let it exit your body as a reaction. When you don't react, the person trying to provoke you loses their footing. They expect you to be a mirror, reflecting their negativity back at them. When you refuse to be that mirror, they are left standing in their own toxicity. This is the first step to becoming untouchable. You become the observer, not the victim.
Emotional mastery is often misunderstood as suppression. It is not. Suppression is holding a beach ball underwater. Eventually, it's going to pop up with force. Mastery is different. Mastery is acknowledging the emotion, labeling it, and choosing not to be governed by it. The externalization technique. When a negative emotion hits, give it a name. Don't say, I am angry. Say, I am currently experiencing a sensation of anger. By adding that distance, you turn the emotion from a definition of your character into a temporary weather pattern passing through your field of vision. You are the sky. The emotions are just clouds. The sky doesn't get damaged by a storm. It simply contains it until it passes. By practicing this daily, you train your brain to prioritize logic and composure over knee-jerk impulses. You stop being a slave to your nervous system. Why do we crave approval? It's a primal survival mechanism. We want to be part of the tribe. But in the modern world, this instinct keeps you stuck in a loop of people-pleasing. You change your opinion to fit the room. You stifle your ambition so you don't make others feel insecure. The internal scorecard principle. Stop asking for feedback where it isn't required. If you know you did your best, why do you need someone else to tell you that you did well? True confidence is silent because it is self-sufficient. When you stop chasing validation, you suddenly find yourself with an abundance of energy. You can pour that energy into your craft, your goals, and your health. When your internal approval becomes the only one that matters, you are effectively dangerous because you can no longer be bought, bullied, or manipulated by external praise or criticism. Your energy is your most valuable currency. Why are you spending it on people who drain you? Your mental armor is the boundary you build between your inner world and the external world. Curating your reality. You must audit your environment. If a conversation is gossip-heavy, you are allowed to walk away. If a relationship is based on tearing you down, you are allowed to prune it. Building armor means understanding that you are the gatekeeper of your own mind. You aren't being rude, you are being protective. A person who is dangerously confident is highly selective about who gets access to their time, their attention, and their emotions. Protect your energy like it's the most valuable thing you own. Because it is. Confidence is not a thought, it is a behavior. It shows up in how you sit, how you speak, and how you handle failure. When you have mastered non-reaction, your movements become intentional rather than frantic. The low-stakes experiment. Practice dangerous confidence in low-stakes situations. When someone cuts you off in traffic, don't curse. Stay calm. When you make a minor mistake at work, don't over-explain. Simply correct it and move on. By practicing this in small moments, you build the neural pathways that allow you to remain composed when high-stakes moments arrive. You are literally training your brain to stay offline to the chaos and online to your own vision. At this stage, you aren't just reacting less. You are living in a state of absolute sovereignty. You lead fearlessly because you aren't afraid of the what-ifs. You are untouchable because your peace of mind is not for rent. The reality of sovereignty. True power is the ability to maintain your character regardless of the situation. If you are successful, stay humble. If you are failing, stay proud. If you are insulted, stay silent. If you are praised, stay grounded. This is the mark of a person who has truly arrived. You realize that life doesn't happen to you, it happens through you. You are the architect of your own reality, and you are the only person with the blueprints. We have covered the path from being reactive to being relentless. You have the tools to master your emotions, silence your inner critic, and build an identity that no one can shake. You've learned that the secret to becoming dangerous is not in how much you fight, but in how little you react. But listen, knowing this information is not enough. You must apply it. Start today. The next time someone tries to pull you into their drama, remember the power of the pause. Remember the strength of your internal scorecard. If this message resonated with you and you are ready to master the right mindset, do not let this end here. Take a stand for your own peace. Like this video to help others find their power. Share this with someone who needs to stop playing small. And subscribe to Right Mindset for more deep dives into self-mastery and unshakable character. Stay focused, stay calm, and remember, you own your reactions. Everything else is just noise. Your transformation begins the moment you decide that nothing moves you. Thank you for watching.